ではですね、今日早速インタビュー取っていければと思いますが、ローンチパッドというですね、個人の投資家を束ねた、次世代型のベンチャーキャピタルをやられているお二人に来ていただいてます。Could you give self introduction and could you elaborate what you're doing in this space?
Yeah, I've been in crypto for close to 5 years and I'm an investor mainly. So I try to invest in the best projects early on. So it's more risky because the project is less developed. But if it succeeds, you have more upside because you bought in very early at a cheap price.
Interesting. Could you explain briefly, easily, what's the launchpad?
Right, so it's basically an entity that pulls together people and funds. So let's say you're a crypto investor, you found this amazing project, you want to invest in it, but you only want to invest 500 or 1,000. And the project is raising millions. And they don't have time to talk to hundreds of people individually. So what we do is we group all the people interested to invest in a project, and then we come to the project with, let's say, 50K, 100K or more, and the project then talks to us, and we can give discounts and better terms for the group that everyone on his own wouldn't have been able to get.
Okay, interesting. So first of all, from the crypto investor perspective, it seems pretty much tough to find out the appropriate project because there is a bunch of the project is coming up. But what's your strengths and how do you screening the project?
To be honest, it's with networks, so there is really no shortcuts to it. You have to put in the work, speak every day in the communities, make friends, and see who are the good people who have the good projects. And after 5 years, most of the projects, they come to us through our network. But when we started, we had to be very active on Twitter to do things like following the VCs who they follow as new projects early to get the information. So it's a combination of multiple things, but the network helps.
Oh, awesome. And some of the viewer is about a beginner and about interested in this space. Could you give any advice for them? What is the first action to get into this space?
So I would say get started, but if you have a friend already in crypto, use it. I was very lucky. I had a friend and he helped me not get scammed and everything. And I know some friends, they tried and on their own and maybe they were not that comfortable with computers, with the internet. For example, one scam that one of my friends fell into was he was downloading this wallet, MetaMask, which is one of the most used wallets. And there were some Google ads at the top. And it was MetaMask, not MetaMask. And so that was a copycat, a scam that looked the same, but the funds, instead of storing them safely, they just went into the hacker's wallet. So there's lots of these traps along the way. And if you're not that used with the internet and everything, you can fall into them. So, take your time. There's amazing opportunities. It's very interesting. I do believe it's the future. That's why I work in this field. But you need a friend or you need to be very careful and research things and start slow.
Thank you so much. As a last word, FTX disaster has happened. Some of the people is afraid of their doing aggressive action in this space from now onward. Could you give me your insight or observation about this disaster? How do you observe this? And do you have any insightful comment, to cope with these kind of circumstances?
So, there's a lot. I think it's just the start. I think we're going to uncover many more details, really get to the bottom of what happened. At first, we thought maybe they became too confident and it was over leveraged. But I think there's something darker into this, and some powerful people and conflicts of interests and buying a lot of unnecessary things for them personally with the company's money, which is ultimately customers' money. So I think there's lots of wrongdoings that have happened. And it's a very bad look for the industry, sadly. So it's good in a way because sometimes the painful moments, they allow us to really see what matters, go back to our roots, which, is decentralization. Many people, me included, I love crypto, I love decentralization, but sometimes life moves so fast, you forget the true values, you forget why you're here. And so recently, I withdrew everything I had from exchanges, and I have them on self-custody, on hot or cold wallets. So I think this painful event will be good for crypto long term because it just resets the clocks and allows you to really know what's important.
Great. Thank you so much, Alex.
Sure, my pleasure.
Next question is, could you elaborate in detail what's the YouMeme?
Right, so this is one of our projects, and it is a social network for memes. So, like Instagram, but instead of having travel pictures, food pictures, party pictures, maybe you have memes and memes and memes. So, if you work a lot and you want to relax for 5 minutes, have a good laugh, you can go there, scroll on memes, and you can also create memes. And in crypto specifically, it's very powerful because the crypto culture is really based around memes. When you are in the chats all day, people use stickers, GIFs, and memes. And that's how they communicate. And so it's pretty cool. It helps relax and get to know people. So it's a website we are building, and it's going to be tokenized as well, which means you can have simple likes, but also you can tip people with the native currency to really like a meme to show more appreciation. So Alex here is actually my friend and co-founder.
Okay.
I wanted to show you quickly how it looks like.
Okay, thank you.
So it's very, very simple. So it's like Facebook. So you have like a feed where you can see some funny memes, and you have the categories there where you can see more memes, all the trendy memes. You can see some FTX memes if you want. So it's very, very funny about the news. And what's more, you can also create a meme in a very simple way. So you can see all the templates, and you can select a template and just play with our meme editor to do like a meme in a very simple way. So it's very quick, easy to use, and we are very happy to share that to the world.
Interesting. So this is a very unique approach to the involving the potential investor into the crypto space. Why did you come up with this kind of a unique and funny and interesting approach?
That's a very good question. So in fact, we have a community of investors, and they are used to publish some memes on the web. And so we decided to help them to create memes thanks to a tool. And afterward, we decided to create a meme social platform with an editor just to ease the interaction and the creation of the memes.
はい、では続いての方ですが、様々なですね、DApps のユーザーオンボーディングであったりとか、ユーザー体験だったりとかっていうところを改善するです、バイコノミー、ハーシュさんにインタビューしてみようと思います。彼にはですね、ちょっとエンジニアのマネージメントの大変さであったりとか、どういうふうな形でエンジニアを定着させていくのかについて聞いてみようと思います。Hi, Hash.
Hi.
Hi. So, could you give me the brief introduction about yourself? What are you doing in this web3 space?
Correct. So I'm Harsh. I'm mainly Rust and Solidity developer, as well as I know Go, Python, Zig, Haskell, and JavaScript. So I program on all these languages. And currently I'm working with Bikenomic as a developer advocate, leading the developer advocacy and also managing the Bikenomic DAO. So that's a little bit about me, and what Bikenomic does is basically it helps users to get onboarded with a very simple user experience for the web3 dApps, NFTs, marketplace. And how we do that is by removing gas fees and making things gasless for the end user and many more such barriers.
Interesting. So you mentioned that you're managing the developer DAOs.
Right.
It looks interesting. However, it seems a little bit tough to manage the many engineers.
Correct.
So is there any like a difficulty to manage the engineer, and which kind of tactics or which kind of a strategy are you following to manage and to retain the engineer? Could you elaborate on that?
Awesome. So basically the thing with me is that a lot of people come with knowledge and experience when it's about managing a developer community specifically. But I also carry wisdom with me since I've been programming from past 11 years and I've worked with more than 5+ different domains and technologies like machine learning, blockchain now, augmented reality, and so many more to state. So I actually understand each and every kind of developer's mindset, what they exactly want, how they want to be a part of community, how they want to contribute to the project, and things like that. And when I do understand, I am able to figure out their needs, figure out their pain points, figure out what exactly they are aspiring for, right? And when you do figure out it as a organization or as a community, So you are able to fulfill or quench the thirst of the developer's need, right? And when you do that, developer is going to love you back. He or she is going to provide you the most support you require, and they are going to stay with you forever together and help you in building more awesome things together, right? So when these all things are there and combine the blocks of different domains. Somebody could be coming from backend, somebody could be coming from front end, somebody could be coming from full stack, somebody could be from database, somebody could be from virtualization, somebody could be from distributed systems, many more technologies, many more domains. So basically, you have to give them the versatility, give them the domain experience, give them an experience how you can use our existing skill, integrate or mend it with the existing another skill set, and upskill yourself and help in building a better product or ship a better product altogether, right? And also the second thing is that a lot of developer communities right now focus only on education. And when they do so, they lack the motive behind retention of the developers, because you see, all the developers are human. So you have to understand their emotions as well. When they face burnouts, when they face challenges in upskilling themselves. So how you gonna help them emotionally and make them tied to that particular technology, make them stay consistent and persistent. So that's the key, once you understand this psychology behind developers, you are able to easily manage them.
Awesome. It's very insightful. Thank you so much for the insightful comment. Last question is, so some of the Japanese is not technology background, but as of now, they are struggling to find out their engineers. So do you have any advice for these kind of a business background entrepreneur in Japan to collaborate with Indian engineers?
Awesome, definitely. So let's get on touch with me, and I can put you in touch with the global community of developers I am part of. And right now, I'm part of more than 400 plus communities of Web2 engineers and like 5-6 of the Web3 ones. But Web3 one developers are very, very limited, and I guess I only know hardly 5 to 10,000 developers in my contact. I'm still trying to educate more people to come into the Web3 space. But yeah, the best way to go about is tapping into the Web2 developers community and helping them in transition from Web2 to Web3. That's gonna be a solid move. But yeah, the only barrier is that many Web2 developers are still using very old technologies like PHP, like Java, like Ruby. So basically, when you try to teach them something very, very advanced, something built for next 40 years like Rust, so they do face some of complications and complexities, right? So the only thing you can do is like try to create events, organizations, community, come up with innovative ideas which can actually help them in upskilling themselves very easily and making the whole process frictionless. So yeah, definitely let's connect, let's brainstorm what we can do together and how we can bring more developers to ship awesome products in the Web3 space.
Awesome. Hashi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ケレさんこんにちは。
こんにちは。僕、クリプトの会社があります。今はジョブズラを作れています。僕の友と一緒に6月前からプロジェクトジョブズラが一緒に作った。今はファンドレイジングするために web3 ドバイに来た。
素晴らしいですね。日本語どうやって覚えたんですか？
自分で本を読む、本を読んだ、漫画はいっぱい読んだ。
Self-learning?
はいはい。
You don't need to go to some Japanese school.
いえ。自分で勉強した。
素晴らしいですね。ケレさんはですね、日本語が喋れる web3 のファウンダーです。 ケリーさんがやっているプロダクトであったりとかについてですね、いろいろ聞いてみていければと思います。じゃあ、ケリーさん、so you can speak English as well.
Yeah,
Okay. So could you elaborate in detail about what
Jobsra.
Jobsra?
Yes. Jobsra is a jobs marketplace. So like Fiverr or Upwork, but for the crypto space. So you can connect with MetaMask. You can be Anon or KYC so that everybody can work with other people in the crypto space in a safe way. Because blockchain is trustless, but when you want to work with people, it requires trust. And so you need something that allows you to remove as much trust as possible when you work with other people.
Interesting, interesting. How did you come up with this idea? Do you have any like a background in the recruiting space? Why did you choose this idea?
So a friend of mine lost $90,000 when he was working with a marketing agency.
Okay.
Basically, he got scammed. He paid the person, thought he was going to promote his NFT project, and he just disappeared with the money. And to me, it felt weird, okashi, that there is nothing in the crypto space that allows you to do payments safely. Because blockchain is safe.
Okay.
You can trust the blockchain, but you cannot really trust other people. If you get scammed, you have nothing you can do right now.
Interesting, interesting. My question is, most of the audience is looking for the great talent from the company perspective.
Okay.
Either Japanese candidate might look for the Web3 opportunity.
Okay.
So do you have any comment on that?
Yes. So our platform will allow you to create jobs on the platform, and you will be able to get paid on the platform using smart contracts. We don't control your money. You just make a smart contract between you and the buyer, the seller and the buyer. The same way, you'll be able to look at all of the talents on the website, send them messages, and then work with them by building the same way a smart contract with them.
Perfect. ケリーさん、Thank you so much. ありがとうございました。
どういたしまして。